Hi, you've clicked this video. You're anticipating the bar results. What are you gonna do if you pass the bar? I'll give you 5 tips on what to do and a bonus tip at the end. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I am Dean Vera. I am a law school dean and a law professor. And I'll give you 5 things to do after you find out that you passed the bar. So this video is posted April 8, 2022. The bar results will come out on April 12, a few days from now. And we're all shaking to know what happened, to know whether we are lawyers or not. Nevertheless, if you are one and you pass this bar exam, I'll give you things what to do so that it'll prepare you for your law career. After you take your oath, wherever the Supreme Court says you're going to take your oath, you will then have to go to the Supreme Court on a designated day. You will sign the roll of attorneys. This is a big black book where they'll give you a roll number and you sign your name to that number. That's going to be your lawyer number for the rest of your life. While you are at the Supreme Court, there will be a representative from the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, and you're going to pay your first year dues. I don't know the amount that you'll give, but nevertheless, prepare maybe less than 8,000. That's good for the first year or maybe even 2 years. Even less than that. At the same time, they'll ask you what chapter of the IBP that you'll be part of. Choose where you basically live, not where you work. So for example, if you live in the NCR, I live here in the South, I chose PPLM, Parañaque, Pasay, Las Piñas, and Makati. So if you are in the provinces, choose something also that is close to you. Not necessarily where you work or where you studied. I would choose where you will reside in the end. That way, if you want to be active in the IBP, you go through your chapter. And if you are very active, you could become an officer and maybe become a national officer of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. The next step you gotta do is choose your city for the PTR. That can change year to year. But nevertheless, if you choose a city, you're gonna pay 300 pesos a year. It'll go up if you pay after January 20 because that'll include the late payment fee. So you have to do that because that's technically your lawyer's tax that you're practicing in the city. Wherever you pay, whatever city you have, that will be valid for the whole country. So choose wisely. Tip number 4. Now that you're a lawyer, you need to invest in lawyer clothes. Like this, for male, you have your Barong Tagalog. Barong Tagalog. Is there such thing as a... Please educate me, guys. Is there a Barong Ilocano or a Barong Cebuano? Please tell me. Nevertheless, you gotta look like a lawyer. Not just for the court, but also for meeting clients, for work. For the girls or the women out there, you need to invest into suits that are good for women. Most important thing, aside from what you wear, suits or barongs, please buy comfortable shoes. You're going to walk and walk a lot wearing them, both in court and in the office. As part of the attire, try to get a good lawyer bag. You need a good bag that's not so heavy, yet is sturdy enough to carry the file folders. They could be thick, maybe the thickest at that point, maybe 3 to 5 inches. So make sure you have a bag that can fit that file folder. Now, the 4th tip is about giving advice. So when you're a brand new lawyer, you'll have friends, relatives, friends of relatives, friends of friends gonna ask you advice. And there are 3 topics you need to brush on or 3 topics you need to review quickly. They are about marriage and annulments, about land, how to acquire them, land titles, the modes of transfer, the modes of ownership, and estate. Why? Everybody you know has one. Either they're getting married, getting annulled, or they have relatives that have property or relatives that have passed on, leaving property. So please brush up on those topics so that when they ask you that, you're ready to answer. Just remember, you can only give so much free advice. Learn to charge. The 5th tip I'm going to give you is start your job hunting. You remember when you were in law school, or you were asked, why do you want to become a lawyer, or what type of lawyer do you want to be? Well, now is your chance. If you want to be that labor lawyer, if you want to be that corporate lawyer, if you want to be that human rights lawyer, choose the company or the firm or the organization that you want to work for. You have right to be choosy now because you are a lawyer. If you choose the law firm route, try to see if you can work in or be selected for that one department. Some law firms might make you switch around, but see if you are given that option. You want to stay in the practice group or practice area that you wanted to be in when you were in law school. It's very hard to adjust. It's very hard to transfer when you are in one area, maybe 1 or 2 years, and then that's not the way you want. So in order to be content or make your law career fulfilled or worthwhile, choose wisely on the type of law practice. Another law practice group that you can look into is working for the government or the judiciary. If you do that, you can start out being a court researcher, maybe a law clerk, work for a judge, work for a court of appeals justice, or if you're lucky, work for a Supreme Court justice. You can also go the public defender route or maybe the prosecutor route. There's also an option working for the Office of the Solicitor General. So look into that if you have an ambition of going to become a judge or a Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Here's my bonus tip. You now have a new first name. Everybody is going to call you attorney. Now, sometimes you'll have good clients. Sometimes you'll have great clients. And these great clients pay. Once in a while, some of these clients will pay you a check that says, pay to the order of attorney, then your name. That's going to give you a headache if you don't have a bank account that has attorney in your name. I'm sure you don't. So what you need to do is where you maintain your checking account or the accounts where you deposit your checks, make an affidavit of same name. You can Google that if you want, or maybe ask a friend that has done it before, or even a lawyer, or even a notary public. And that affidavit, it will say that attorney so-and-so and so-and-so, so-so being your name, are one and the same person. Sometimes you are called that because of your practice. Also, include your middle name or how many names you may have in your passport. Sometimes they are asked that. And that will be your official name on the roll of attorneys. If you are into podcasts, I have one. It's called The Artistic Lawyer, where I give comments and opinions on current intellectual property issues. I'll give a link below on how to get to my podcast. Again, this is Dean Rod Vera saying, it's not what you know, it's what they don't know. Hi, please do me a favor and smash that like button. It'll help me a lot and it will trigger the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't, my dog will eat this exam booklet and that student has to repeat his final exam again.